Hey guys, welcome back to RBG Videos. I would like to do a little follow-up on the storage units that I bought. We have done quite a bit of sorting and I didn't want to film all that. Just took a long time. My wife did the boys' clothes and we already got most of that already listed. I think she said she's already sold a pair of shorts, or she had somebody, or not a pair, but I mean a few pairs of shorts that somebody was going to come pick up. So I think that's our first sale officially off of the storage unit. The lot of Barbies that I had, there's 8 I think, that already has a bid on it, so that's guaranteed to sell on eBay. And I'm just going to do a little showing of what we have so far. Starting with the girls' clothes right here, we have 2 toddler and 24 month, 3 toddler, 4 toddler, size 5 is actually, oh no, sorry, size 5 is in this basket up here, size 6, size 7, and then there's some size 8 and 10 in here. We did not go through the adult women's clothes yet. That's all that. There's a giant bag there, and there's a box behind me. And here is some stuff I was going to look up on eBay to list. I did already list pretty much all the toys and stuff that were in there, or like the Mickey cup, the toys there. I posted a video of that on my TikTok. Here's still some stuff I need to go through, and then this is the bin with the what's it called? The little stick-on charms, crystals, bejewels, whatever you would call them. I was going to show what was in that box actually. So there are 30 good of these number 15. They're like little styrofoam sparkle things. There's a few damaged ones. Let's throw those away. Then we have this green color. There's not very many sheets of those. This lighter blue. 2 random different sets of coaster things. Then there's this nice darker blue. I think there's like at least 8 or 10 of those. A lot of gold ones, probably like 30 gold ones, like 20 silvers, like 20 of these red ones, and then there's a couple of these smaller red packs, smaller silver packs, and some smaller black packs. I'm pretty sure I could get at least $20 out of all of those stick-on jewels, so that'll pay for that whole locker. And I don't know when we're gonna start going through all this girls adult, because that's gonna take quite a while. There's a lot more of that than there was of the other clothes. The girls kids clothes there was a lot of, and that took me like 2 hours just to sort by size. And need to go through more stuff for eBay. If anyone has any questions, let me know. And oh yeah, I was gonna show some of the other things that we picked up. We got these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe, reclining chairs for pools. They are super dirty. They came from the house that my dad purchased, and they were going to be thrown away, so we're going to see if we can try to clean them. I don't know, I already did try some, and some of it came off, but some of it's super stuck on there. This also came from that house. Pretty sure that's like stainless steel. The frame's not that good, but the fire pit is still okay. I found that in the trash the other day. Coming over here, yeah, it did snow 3 inches last night. It was 65 yesterday, but it snowed 3 inches last night. We got this pool steps. I believe they're called cake style or something like that. They're pretty dirty as well, but this should clean up a lot easier than those chairs. And that other ladder right there as well. We got that, and it's actually adjustable. You can change the height, or you can take one side off for the pool. And then these 3 bikes, I've done a lot of bike repairs, and these ones are really rough, like way worse condition than any of the other ones I've tried to fix. So I may just sell them as they are. Maybe sell all 3 of them for one price. I don't know, $10 each or something. People can use them as parts and stuff. They're like so dirty, like it's got like a big patch of mulch and moss on there, and pretty rough. I had someone ask me on one of my TikTok videos, how do you get started buying storage units? I got lucky on the one storage unit place that I go to on getting started with them. I actually responded to a message on Facebook Marketplace a couple years ago for some people that were selling 2 storage units. It was not the facility, it was the individuals that owned all the stuff in the storage units. They were overdue on their payments, and they didn't have anywhere they could put the stuff. And they actually were close friends to the owners of the storage unit facility, or actually their parents were close friends with them. So they just posted all the stuff for sale. I ended up buying both the units that they had, and they were like 15 by 20 or something. They're pretty big units. I bought both units for $100 each. I think I ended up with around 1,000 profit from that. There was snowboards and wetsuit and just a bunch of random stuff, as well as like some furniture that was good, some tables and stuff. And then the individuals, they sold me the units, but the owners of the facility were there as well, because they already had like the red locks on them, which is for whenever they don't pay, but they were giving them some time, since they were close friends, to get it gone. And once I did that, they asked, the owners of the facility asked me, is this something that I do regularly? And I said no, but I'd like to. And they said, well, let me get your number. So they got my number. So they don't get like all the units. They don't give me a chance to get them. If they have a bunch, they do an auction, which I need to start going to. I have not gone to, because normally they do it like Tuesday morning or Thursday morning at like 9 a.m. and my job is 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, and I do work on Saturday occasionally. So I'd have to take time off for that, and previously I haven't really wanted to try to take off, but I think I'm going to try to start doing that. And I think this is my 7th and 8th unit so far. Had 3 or 4 times the place has called me and came because there's abandoned storage units. Yeah, I think it's 3 times. So this abandoned ones, I just go look at it, make them an offer, and so far every single time I made an offer, they said yes. They haven't asked me for more off of what my offer was. And then 3 times, well, the first time with the Facebook ad, and then 2 other times since then, there have been people who are renting storage units that they just wanted to get rid of the stuff. One of the instances was a lady who used to have a salon, and she actually had all her stuff in there, and she was also in the military, so she had a lot of her military clothing in there. And I went and bought it all. I think I paid $300 for that unit, and there was a very large chair that had like a jetted foot tub as well, and it had reclining and massaging and all this kind of stuff. I think I ended up selling that chair alone for $350, and then there was like a 1970s or 80s hair drying chair, which was like yellow. I sold that for like 50 or 60, and I think I ended up making like $900 off that unit in profit. And then the last one I bought before the 2 that I picked up last week or whenever that was, it was probably like 6 months ago. It was kind of unfortunate. The people I bought it from were the parents of the person's unit that it was. He had passed away, and he had 2 kids that he was the primary caretaker for, so the grandparents had the kids, and it was mostly like bedroom furniture. There was a couple of dressers, side tables, a couple of bed frames, and like 9 or 8 mattresses and box springs, all of which were totally trashed. So I only gave them like $40 for that unit because most of it was large trash, large mattresses. I do live in the city, so it works really well for me. I do have to empty the storage units when I buy them. I can't just leave whatever I want. I even have to sweep it. Um, and I had to take all those mattresses. And I live in the city, so all I do is put them by the road, and on Sunday nights they come pick it up. So, or not, I put it out Sunday night, they come Monday morning to come pick it up. So that's another good tool I have, that some people may not have access to, is trying to get rid of that big stuff. I think if you try to take it to the dump, they charge you like $15 per mattress or box spring, so that would have cost me like $100 just to get rid of those. Um, and then also that comes in handy when I have like a dresser that's really broken, or anything else that's big or broken. From these last 2 storage units, I actually had a whole trash can full of either stained clothes or ripped clothes or broken stuff or mismatched stuff that I didn't want to keep. A brand new box of Frosted Flakes, a brand new box of Honey Nut Cheerios, and a brand new box of Kool-Aid Jammers. I threw all that away, and then I ended up putting them in some cardboard boxes and putting them by the road as well, because we normally fill up 2 trash cans, so I didn't want to have that already full with stuff from a storage unit. So I just did that. So that's how I started with buying storage units. I would recommend, if you really wanted to, you could go down to the storage unit places and ask them, but I wouldn't waste your time doing that. What I would do is probably call them and ask if they have auctions. Most places do, but I have experienced storage unit places, that are kind of not willing to just say, yeah, we have auctions. Like, that's a super simple question to answer, but because of the show's Storage Wars, I've found that some of the storage unit places don't really want to be overcrowded from people just being like, oh, I want to be like Storage Wars. So they try to seem like they don't have them very often, and some of the places probably already have 20 regulars that come to their storage auctions, which is plenty. You really can, if there's more than like 10 people there to bid on storage units, it's going to be hard to get what you're looking for, or find anything reasonable that you can try to make money on. I know the storage unit guy was telling me they had an auction not long ago, and the unit that they were auctioning in the front was just a couple of fish tanks, larger ones, which they are worth money, but they're hard to sell and really hard to store. Um, and I think he said that unit went for $5, which you may think, oh, $5, I would have bought that, or I would have paid 10 for that, or 20 for that. But you really couldn't see anything other than some fish tanks. Behind it was 2 giant totes of tools. And those tools, I don't know if a lot of people know what tools are worth, and some people have no idea. That could have easily been, I don't know what kind of tools are worth, but that could have easily been $500 in tools if it was 2 totes. If any of it was power tools, other than corded tools are worth money, but the battery powered tools are worth a lot more, unless you have really specialty corded tools, or air tools as well. So you don't really know what you're going to get into, and then you get into a bidding war. Like, you may see a TV or something in a unit, and you know that TV's worth $300 new. Okay, I've seen auctions where, because of that TV, that storage unit went for $800, and no one else, or like you couldn't really tell what else was in the unit. So it can get pretty difficult to try to buy something like that. That's when you just walk out to the next one. You get ready for the next spot. And another important thing, I've seen a lot of people lately that will buy storage units for quite a bit because they see shoe boxes, and a lot of them be like Nike or Jordans or something like that shoe boxes. A lot of the times there's no shoes in them, so try not to say, well, there's 5 boxes of shoes and I could probably get 80 to 100 for each set of shoes, or each pair of shoes, because there might only be text papers in there. So you're paying $800 for some paperwork. You don't want to be that crazy. So I would just call different places in your area and try to keep it in a range that you're willing to drive. And then also keep in mind, you'll have to unload the units. So you don't really want to go 2 hours away for a storage auction if you're going to be there for 5 hours unloading. And then if you don't fit it all in your trip, you'll have to go back. So, I mean, some people do that and they'll donate, like they'll take a whole load to the most closest donation center, like Goodwill, of clothes that they know aren't, I mean, they'll keep the clothes with tags on it probably, but clothes they know aren't worth a whole lot, they'll just take straight to the storage unit place. I mean, to the donation place. And then they'll take what they want back with them to wherever they're gonna be trying to sell it, to their house or to their businesses. So I would try to stay local if you can. I mean, there's tons of storage unit places, so there's not a reason to try to go super far unless you're trying to make a full-time job out of this. It can be difficult to do, but if you have a good grasp of what things are worth, then you probably have a better chance. Like I've been basically trained by my dad and uncle to know how much things are actually worth just by basically looking at it. And sometimes I'm pretty close. I mean, usually I'm pretty close on what things are going to sell for. So if I see something good, then I'll know what my range is that I'm willing to pay. If you guys can think of any other questions, let me know, and I'll try to make a follow-up video with just answering questions. I have good information. I do know how to answer a lot of the questions, you guys. So let me know. And until then, I'm gonna end this video now since it's kind of long. And I'll see you guys in the next one.